Hey everyone, hope you're all having a fantastic day. Today's video is going to be a little bit different from what I usually post to stream. I'll be showcasing and walking you through the Nintendo Switch 2 experience in New York City, which I just got back from. It was an awesome event, and I'm super glad I was able to record as much as I did. Before we jump in, I do want to give a quick heads up. Some of the footage might be a little shaky or lower quality, especially in the Mario Kart World segment. I was recording solo while playing one-handed, so bear with me. Alright, without further ado, let's get into it. Walking into the event, I was greeted by a bunch of super hyped and friendly staff. Right away, I got my attendee pass and a gameplay passport card, which I'll explain in just a bit. After that, I was directed to a line where I waited for about 5 minutes before getting led into an event space. The first room was a mini showcase area highlighting the hardware of the console and its accessories. And let me tell you, holding the Switch 2 for the first time felt amazing compared to the original. The new Joy-Cons are bigger and way more comfortable to hold. The buttons, especially the triggers, feel much nicer, and the control sticks are larger and smoother to move around. One of the coolest changes is the magnetic detachable Joy-Cons. They're super satisfying to take off and snap back on, and the magnets feel really sturdy, holding them firmly in place without any wiggling. Even the kickstand feels more secure and ergonomic than the one on the OLED model. After checking out the hardware, we waited in this room while the previous group of playtesters wrapped up. Then, one of the employees gave an intro speech, which I'll let play out for you now.
I'm sure you all know you are going to be among the first to get to try out the Nintendo Switch 2 before the rest of the world. So, a couple things I want to explain to you so you can make the most of your experience. As I'm sure you're aware, most of you have gameplay passports. That means you are going to get the opportunity to play Mario Kart World down here. This is only the first part of all the fun. Then you get to go upstairs and you get to play more Mario Kart World. And after that, you are going to be brought into what we are calling our free play area. We've got a bunch of games that you're all going to get to try, and you get to create your own experience based on the games you'd like to play. On your gameplay passport, you have 6 spaces. You can fill that with any 6 games you'd like. And once your card is filled, you get to play our final experience, Donkey Kong Bonanza. Donkey Kong, right? Now the cool part is, Mario Kart World and Donkey Kong Bonanza don't count towards your 6 games. So that means everybody who comes in with a gameplay passport will be playing Mario Kart World and Donkey Kong Bonanza. A couple other little things. As you walk through to our free play area, you're going to see a sign with a time on it. That is your time to play Donkey Kong Bonanza if you have not filled your passport fully. Just be aware, we are trying to keep you all together with that group, so that's going to be your time to play Donkey Kong Bonanza. You're going to have about an hour and 20 minutes in the free play area to play as many games as you can on your card. For those of you that have what we are calling a companion pass, you have a very important job of cheering, coaching, maybe backseat driving, your gameplay passport friend. That said, we are asking that only the gameplay passport holders are the ones to demo games. It is just for our passport holders, but like I said, companion passes, you have an important job of making sure they're playing to the best of their abilities. Now, for the first part of Mario Kart World, we're going to be pairing you all off. So, if you have a buddy with you already, you will be playing with them. For those of you that are coming in solo, we're going to find you a buddy. So for those of you that are alone right now, raise your hand for me. Cool. Find someone with their hand raised and pair off for me. Great. You're going to need to find someone else to make 4. So, hey, there you go. You 2 are buddies now. Leather jacket. You're over with my friend with the green jacket. You found a buddy? Amazing. My friend with the orange hat, turn around. It looks like that gentleman. Also, did you have a buddy? Who still needs a buddy? We'll find you a buddy. Right behind you, my man. There you go. There's your buddy now. All right, we're going to be welcoming you guys into the space in just a few moments. We're getting a few more things prepped. But one more time, welcome to the Nintendo Switch 2 experience.
After that hype intro speech, I teamed up with a buddy and we headed over to one of the Mario Kart World booths, right here on screen. We were greeted by this super sweet lady who introduced us to the new game. For this playtest, we had to do a 2-player Grand Prix. Obviously, I picked my boy Luigi. Just look at him. He's so cute in this game. I can't get enough. Here, I'm scrolling through the different karts and bikes available to us, and they all look amazing, super polished designs. Each kart has its own stats like in previous games, but what's cool is that this game brings back a system similar to Mario Kart Wii. Instead of Mario Kart 8, where only the vehicle stats were shown and character stats were hidden, this new game actually factors in character stats again. Your character directly impacts the overall kart performance, which I think is a great throwback. This next clip is right after we finish the race, and man, I've got to say, this game looks and feels absolutely incredible. Hands down, the best Mario Kart I've ever played. Visually, it's stunning, and everything feels super smooth. Drifting has been reworked a bit. It'll take some time to get used to, but I think it's a solid change overall. After that, we got to play a course in handheld mode. Here's Daisy and Luigi's selection animations, and they're so adorable. Now check this out. I randomly got the new Shy Guy Bazaar course, and I got super lucky because it was the one track I really wanted to try. I recognized the preview image in the trailer, and it looked like it was set in Sarasa Land featuring Daisy's castle, which hasn't showed up in a Mario game since Super Mario Land. And yeah, it was true. Driving past the castle was such a surreal moment. It looks amazing, and I'm so glad Daisy's Kingdom is finally getting some recognition again. After that, my buddy and I played 2 more rounds on the big screen. This time, I played as Daisy, and he picked the cow. Yeah, the cow. It was hilarious. Before I show some Daisy footage, I flipped through all the characters that were available in the playtest. The new costumes are sick. My personal favorites? Definitely the Dapper King Boo, Waluigi's taco stand outfit, yes really, and the Oasis Daisy costume, which is inspired by original N64 dress, which I thought was a really nice touch. Now, just look at this gameplay. Daisy is so expressive, and the surroundings are breathtaking. Seriously, this game is on another level.
That's nice.
For the last course, which I didn't record, I went tryhard mode with Luigi and I came out on top. So after that, we were taken upstairs to an area that had even more Mario Kart World. This time, it was a knockout tour mode. We were all stationed individually at screens, and the room was split into 2 knockout sessions running side by side, each with the max number of players, 24. Here we got to try out the new Pro Controller for the Nintendo Switch 2, and it's definitely an upgrade from the original. The sticks glide much smoother, and the buttons have a softer, more responsive feel. I'm usually not a big fan of extra G buttons on the back of the controllers, but these ones weren't too obtrusive. I was actually able to avoid touching them entirely while holding it, which I appreciated. While they were prepping for the knockout tour, we had some time to roam around in free play mode. I got placed in the DK Summit area, and I think Rosalina's Ice Castle, though I forgot the exact name. I was able to drive around for about a minute and a half as Luigi, just messing around, checking out their surroundings, and performing tricks off ramps, which you'll see now. One thing I really love about this game is that you can now do multiple tricks after a ramp. Every pose is so animated and fun. It's honestly one of my favorite little details so far. Once the knockout tour was ready, we were taken to the rally selection screen. I believe I chose the Heart Rally. I'm not sure if these rallies will eventually become cups or if they're exclusive to rally mode, but the one that ended up being selected was the Acorn Cup. I can't remember exactly which tracks were included, but you'll see it in the footage I play over this section. I'll say this, rally mode is hectic. I was getting hit with items left and right and I had no clue what was going on during the first minute. Once it got down to about 16 players, things calmed down a bit and I started to get the hang of it. I eventually got eliminated after the round of 12. I don't have footage from that part, but honestly, it was still super fun. Definitely a mode that'll be wild to play online or with friends. Now, on to the next part of the tour, the free play area. And this is what those gameplay passports were for. I only got to try out 5 games instead of the full 6. First walked in, it was just rows of Switch 2 stations with various games loaded up. As you'll see in this walkthrough clip, they had games like Hades 2, Street Fighter 6, the Nintendo GameCube Switch Online, and more. As I walked around, I saw Kirby, the new Dragx Drive game, Mario Party, and Metroid Prime 4. The video cuts off here, but just past that area were more Mario Party minigames, and all the way at the end was The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom Switch 2 edition. Even past that was the Donkey Kong Bonanza section of the experience, which had set time slots. Mine was at 4 o'clock. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to record gameplay from the stations, but I did get to try out the new Bowser Live mode for Mario Party Jamboree, a couple of mini games that were designed for mouse controls, the $6 tech demo, yes, they're charging for it, Zelda Breath of the Wild Switch 2 edition, and Dragx Drive. Starting with Bowser Live mode, it was a little buggy. Not sure if that was due to the crowd, but the face tracking sometimes miscalculated. Still, it was a fun party mode, and I think it'll be a blast with friends. The minigames though, really good. My favorites were this new air hockey one, and another that reminded me of Operation, but with Toad. You had to carefully move him without touching the electric gates or else you'll get reset. It was super intense. Now, Breath of the Wild on Switch 2 looked amazing, especially in handheld mode. The new screen upgrades made everything look so smooth and the colors were super vivid. During my 10-minute session, I even tried speedrunning a bit when they moved me to the big screen, and I ended up beating a Lionel with a little crowd forming behind me, which was hilarious. As for the $6 tech demo, it was cool. You definitely get a feel for the new controllers and screen, but honestly, I'm not sure if it's worth the price. If it were free, I'd totally recommend it, but otherwise, the improvements are already super noticeable in the games themselves. Now, let's talk about Dragx Drive. I was thoroughly surprised by how fun this one was. The controls were fluid, intuitive, and felt great. It's not just driving and tossing a basketball into a hoop, it's got mechanics like bunny hopping, gliding on one wheel, and even trick shots. It was honestly one of the most fun games I played all day. Lastly, we were taken to play Donkey Kong Bonanza. I didn't get gameplay footage here either, just this one picture of the render from the start of the tech demo, but from what I did play, it looked graphically stunning. We only had access to what was shown during the Nintendo Treehouse segment, so if you've seen that, you've basically seen what I played. The controls felt great, and the animations were so funny. Donkey Kong has this hand slap move that knocks little enemies off of you, and the animation for it is just goofy and fun to watch. After everything wrapped up, I was given a really nice quality Nintendo Switch 2 bag and a sticker to take home, and that was the end of the experience. I honestly cannot wait for the Nintendo Switch 2 to release. It's going to be revolutionary, and after getting hands-on with it, I'm so excited for what's to come. Out of everything I tried, my two favorite games were definitely Mario Kart World, no surprises there, and Dragx Drive, which completely caught me off guard with how fun it was. Anyway, thank you all for watching. If you have any questions I didn't cover, whether it's about the hardware or any of the games, feel free to leave a comment or hit me up on Twitter or Discord. You know where to find me. Goodbye.